All right, testing, one, two, three, testing, one, two, three. This is a special early morning edition of of Chalk Talk Live. Let me put it in the chat so you guys can hear it. Uh, this is a special edition. I was told that we weren't doing enough Chalk Talk, so I'm going to do this before I go to work because I got some things on my mind and I want to get them without my host. I didn't even notify my host that I was doing this, but got some things on my mind, and it's the state of the league. You know, the theme of today is say what you mean and mean what you say. So let's just jump right into it. You know, I don't share kind of the personal conversations that I have with each owner because, you know, you're 32, 31 individual folks that we ultimately I have to keep relationships with in order to keep the league running at an optimal condition. And, you know, and I see some of the challenges that Monk had to deal with, and I definitely sympathize and empathize with him and his ability to do that over this time. I say that to say what? Say what you mean and mean what you say. So when Madden drops every year, there's this excitement and fervor and yeah, man, can't wait to get down. Again, this comes from most of you. Some of you have your reservations, but I've come to understand of playing Madden for over 10 years, and I say this with no disrespect to anyone in particular. So if you think I'm talking about you, I'm not talking about you. I say this with no disrespect, is that Madden players are a group of passionate sports individuals that want things to be a certain way because they think it should be that way. Some might translate that to mean complainers. I'm not going to say that, but I'm just going to tell you what I see from over 10 or 12 years of Madden is that there's things that I always want to see, and I'm saying this as a Madden player that I think is the best way, then this is how it should be run, right? And so, yes, we have a democratic process and we try to emulate the rules of the NFL to put some guidelines in place, but at no point am I ever gonna make 30, 32 people happy. Ever. So, back to the theme. Mean what you say what you mean, and do what you say you're going to do. When everybody joins Madden, again, back to the excitement. Yeah, man, I got you, man. I'm going to play, yeah, I'm going to play 3 to 4 seasons. That's what you say you're going to do. So a man who doesn't stand behind his word, I'm always going to have issues with, because if you come at me with all this other stuff and you don't honor your word, then where am I else to go? And I say it again with all due respect, because at the end of the day, what's your investment? What is your investment? Your investment is what? You got to play your game every 48 to 72 hours. That's your investment. And at any point, you could tell me, hey, man, you know, my wife's been complaining, or my job's got up my ass, or, you know, I got to go to work, and, you know, school is here, or I've, you know, any myriad of excuses. I'm not going to question them. I'm going to ask you, I'm just going to know that you either say what you mean and mean what you say. So let me give you some good examples of some of the great owners that we have in our league. We have owners like, and I'm going to highlight some of our great owners, because even in their vocal displeasure of what goes on, they can still manage to coexist and get things done, because it takes a village. I don't have to be a stand-up comedian in order to keep the interest in the league. Do I got to be Chris Rock or Bill Burr to make sure the league is going? No. It takes all of us doing our collective responsibility and doing what we say and saying what we mean. Now, again, we can come on the boards from time to time, crack a couple of jokes, post some fat asses and bitches and hoes, and we, you know, yeah, we good and the league's exciting. But at the point that you're not maybe doing as well as you like, which, you know, sometimes happen, then it's up to you, like I always say, is to get in the lab and fix your team because it's a franchise. It is a 3 to 4 season thing, which takes about 3 or 4 months of your life, which you said you were going to do at the beginning, right? Because that's what you said, right? In my Stephen A voice, that's what you said you were going to do. And then there's always going to be something wrong, and somehow I'm the one bringing you down with either the way that the league is running, I'm not doing enough chalk talks, or there's some ruling that didn't go your way, or the trades, or the OPEA services, or the support desk, or Clint Oldenburger. I mean, the list goes on and on of things that we could constantly complain about. And at the end of the day, this is kind of what I was trying to allude at the first Chalk Talk, is it's a video game. It's a video game that we play, and I don't ask that much of you. Now, this season, I thought, you know what? Let's have some sponsor, which the sponsor is myself. Keep interest. I wanted to give away a nice trophy and or some money for the winners of the league. Maybe that might help. So there's an effort being made to make this happen, but you can't do this alone. You can't do this alone. Now my admins, I want to give some positive feedback. My admins do a great job. They make sure we advance on time. They kind of try to parse through all the things. Are we perfect? No. No one's perfect. No one. No one's perfect. I get 3 to 4 guys every season who come to me with that same excuse. Hey, man, life's up my ass. I got to quit. And then they leave me out to dry. And then I'm forced to replace whatever damaged team, whatever damages that they left. It's like dropping a bunch of, dropping your kid at my front door and say, hey, man, I don't want to be the father no more. I don't want to be the father no more. I'm just going to, it's on you. Layman's later. And then they delete themselves, and then I'm just stuck with them, right? Then I got some other cat cursing me out because he don't like to lose, dropping F-bombs and, totally disrespecting me, and he's out, So, these are things, and these come with the job. I'm a big boy. We can handle it. But back to the theme. Say what you mean what you say. At what point for all of us is that what we do? Now, we have owners that do that all the time. Great owners. Polo, one of my better owners. As many disputes as he has or issues with the league, the man plays his games. He always is accountable for whatever we signed up for. And so I want to give him props as much as, and again, he doesn't like the trade rules, and I know he would like to prefer to have them different, and he lets me know it. And I we can't have a bunch of Democrats and only Democrats. We can't have a bunch of recover. We need those diverse voices in the league because that's what makes it good. That's what brings the ballast. So I encourage the Polos of the league to continue to be the voice of perspective. That's the checks and balances. King of OK, another one of my quality owners, plays his game, does his thing, and quietly goes about his business. Now, he beat them cats down up in the NFC West to the point where they ain't want no more. And some of those cats probably quit. I'm going to call it like I see it because they saw the futility of the NFC West and that he was running things. Now, Ratchet comes in. Ratchet's a little more gully guy. Ratchet's about business. We were glad to have Ratchet back. Ratchet had some issues with the other game, came back. These are my quality owners. And again, I'm not highlighting just specific folks just to talk about them. We got some young cats in the league, some younger guys, because before there was this rule that we probably don't want any guys that are under 25 and families. Well, the guys that are over 25 with families or not families are these cats coming up with these excuses. These young bucks, they come in, they play their games, they're doing well for the most part. For the most part, we're getting better. But at the end of the day, it's about say what you mean what you say at the end of the day. Now, I was told, hey man, you got those Chargers and you got the OP, super running back. Well, listen, I'm sitting here at 6-5 as I think that's what my record is. The same OP people, and I'm not getting it done. So, do I quit or I'm like, oh man, this league sucks, or I blame EA, do I blame Clint Oldenburg, do I blame Rex, Do I blame the rules or who should I blame for this? I need somebody to blame, but it's never me, right? It's never me, never me. So that's why I'm going Stephen A. Because I got to be a stand-up comedian. Because the league is dead. That's the other thing I'm hearing. The league's dead. League's dead. Now I got to be Bill Burr or John Leguizamo. I got to come out and do flips every morning. What is that? What is that? It's 7:50 a.m. I got to go to work. We all have lives. I get that. We all have families. We all got social lives. God knows if you knew what really goes on in a person's life, you'd be understanding of this. But I don't ask into that and I don't give you any of that. All I ask is that we play our games. We got some guys in this league that, again, that are not as good as the rest of you guys. You know, Minnesota Vikings, I don't know if they've won 2 games in this Madden. The guy plays his games. He can be found on game day. He's going to play his 3 to 4 seasons. He doesn't talk on the boards. He's not posting rap videos. He's not talking about many things, if anything. I don't even know what's on his mind, nor do I care, but he plays his game, and that's my concern. Mind in mind, another quality owner. Again, I love to see this guy make the playoffs. He's 3-7, but another quality owner doing his thing. Lons, another you know, just these cats are Madden players, man. They enjoy the game, and despite whether they win or lose, despite the rules, despite the trade calculation formula, and all of this, and did I do Daddy League? They're not on that. You know, they're not on that. So, I came on this morning. I haven't had the time recently. Work's got up my bad. Family, a lot of things go on with the pace of goes on in a year. So my apologies for not keeping the interest again for whatever responsibility I have to do that. My sincerest apologies to you all. That's why I woke up early. I said, let me do the talk show. I got some emails in my mailbox of disgruntled folks that I'm trying to litigate. At the end of the day, man, I like and love all of you. I think, like I said, it takes a village. We got some openings, and I'm trying to get some more quality guys in. I'm working on that, and I'm going to do what I said I was going to do when I set out to keep this league going because it's important. All right? So, talk show out. Chalk talk out. I'll do my next stand-up in the next couple of days because, that's what I got to do. I got to get to work. Chalk talk out.